Hello dear sewing friends, Deb here from Slap Happy Sewing again. Just going to catch you up with where I'm at in Friday sews. I know I missed last week, that's because I was away. I was away on a course called The Art of Health, which is really all about well-being and health, and it incorporates art and that sort of thing. But of course I thought I might get some, look in some fabric shops or something, but actually I was really busy, so there was no way I was going to be able to do a Friday sews last week. This week though, I didn't get back until Monday night, so not really a whole lot of sewing to report. The one that I've been working on this week, I've just picked it up because it's a very it should be an easy make. New look 6871. It's not bad. I've had to make quite a few adjustments to it. It's a bit too big in the back, and I will show you that right now. Okay, it's Wednesday, and last night after I got back from my trip I thought I need to make something little easy sort of a thing, and I am feeling a little guilty about all these patterns that I've bought, so I've been thinking I should make myself gradually over the course of the next year or two make everything up, and then at least use the pattern once and work out if it's any good. So the one I was picked out was this one, and there's a lot of good things about it. It's got a nice little, if I show you the line drawings, it's got a nice little, gathers at the back and at the front, just in the middle here, which for someone with a big bust is quite useful. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll make up a muslin. I've got this sort of very drapey fabric. I have learned I will get a lot more success making things if the fabric's drapey, because it drapes over my large bust. But this is where I've got to. I wanted to show you where I'd got to. So here it is. It's just pinned at the sides. I've just pinned it so it sticks out. I made a straight size 20. I didn't do any adjustments to it at all because this is really a muslin. So you can see what the problems are. What I do like about it is this yoke. I rather like that yoke. Now, so this is a straight size 20. It's going to have sleeves, so it is, it's poking out further than it would if it was a sleeveless one. But what I'm seeing now is, if I look at the back, I've got the usual problem in the back that it's gaping. I think I'm actually a smaller size in the back than I am in the front. So what I'm going to do to alter the pattern is to take a little bit out of the back, I think. Now, if you look at this here, although it's got a few little gathers here, and I know it's not very easy to see with this fabric, in fact, if I step back, you can hopefully see, you can see the problem that without any kind of a full bust adjustment, what happens, of course, is that the front goes up because I've got such a large bust. If you look at the back here, also, without lengthening it, it's actually come out a bit short. Now, as you can see on the pattern, it is possible to add something. So I think I've got a bit of fabric that I can put on the bottom. I mean, I don't think I'll give up on this. I don't really think the pattern does anything for me or anything, but I might as well finish it. I try to make all my muslins wearable so that I can at least give them to charity and they won't end up in landfill. So adjustment wise, next time I want to make this yoke a bit smaller. I think I'm going to need to do a proper full bust adjustment, and then, because at size 20 it is pinned up, but at size 20 it's only just about big enough in the bust, and as I say, it's pulling up. So what I might do, with a really decent stonking full bust adjustment in the front, and that hopefully will make the proportions better, but that will be the next one. I'll show you later in the week if I get it finished. Okay, I'm making a few pattern adjustments based off that muslin that I made, And now the reason I'm standing here in my bra on YouTube, can you believe it? But the reason I'm standing in my bra, I just wanted to show you something. So I nearly always find that the necklines of things are too big, and yet I need every inch of space down in the bust. So I'll show you now what I'm going to do with the pattern adjustments. So generally when we do a full bust adjustment, we're doing something like this. And we're taking this line and we're drawing a line up along there, and we're also taking a line here. So we're going to cut up there, and then we're also going to cut here, and then we're going to splay the whole lot out to make a little bit more room here, because this is the apex point of the bust. So that's a normal full bust adjustment. But you see, the problem I have here, and I hope you can see it, is I've got here a yoke and the actual bottom. Now, interestingly, I noticed that on the yoke, what we've got is we've got some notches there, and then we've got gathers, and that's the centre line of the yoke. And you can see the gather isn't really very big. So I'm going to add another centimetre to add a bit more. Now, bear in mind, I'm just winging this. This is not expertise, but somehow I've got to allow a little bit more space here, and I've also got to allow this to go down a bit. Because I can't make a hinge, what I might do is cut this at this line where the notch is, and add a piece of paper in, and then push this bit up a centimetre so that it allows a little bit more length. Let's hope this works. Oh yes, I've just remembered that I wasn't too happy with the length either, so I'm going to lengthen it. So this is the back. I'll use the lengthen and shorten line here. But here is the front with the extra paper in, giving a little bit more space to take in, you know, to allow a bit more room for my bust. You see now the lengthen and shorten line is broken up. Well, I will just draw it along. In my experience, you've got to make this adjustment. You couldn't just lengthen it. You're still going to have that wavy front. That's because there's more fabric being taken up by your bust. So I'll do that now. I'll just lengthen it. I'm going to lengthen it quite a bit, possibly even 2 inches. So there's the front after it's been lengthened. So actually quite a bit has happened to this. Just you can see here, so we've got a little bit more room here to allow for the bust, and then the whole thing is longer, and there's a little bit more width just to one side of my apex. So hopefully that will work better. If it's too big now, as I say, I can take some off the sides. Right, and what I've done is take a tiny tuck out of each side here, but not so that it's a little bit less in the neck, but not here where I need the space. And I've also lowered the neck quite a bit, maybe ½ inch. And here is the back piece. Because the back was really just too large overall, what I've done is just taken an entire tuck all the way out there it's about 2 centimetres in the top down to about 1 centimetre at the bottom, and there's 2 notches here. And there's also some gathers between that, so I can just gather it up a bit tighter. Hey, I mean, we'll see. But I've lengthened the whole thing by 2 inches, so if it's still going up in the front, I should be able to alter it via the hem. So what I'm going to use for the next one is this lovely pink. This is charity shop fabric. And if you notice, look, I'm wearing this pink blouse. This was also charity shop fabric. I have realised that I just love wearing pink. I don't think it necessarily suits me that well. It's not because of that. It's that I think pink is a colour that lifts and warms my soul. So that's why I picked this up. I thought I'm going to make another lovely pink blouse because I feel so warmed and uplifted by it. So what else? I am going to take part in the Frugal Frocks challenge, and I will be talking more about that in a future video. I'll make a special video about my thoughts about that. Yeah, other than that, I was sort of thinking, people talk about their sewing plans. Do I have sewing plans? Well, actually lately, no, I don't really. I just sort of pick things up and get on with them. So and I'm okay with that. I think some of it is that my job kind of tires me out and I don't feel like I have a whole lot of energy, and if all I ever make is simple things, well then so be it. But it did make me think about the plans I have made, which is my Make 9. And looking at my Make 9, I don't know if you can see it there, I've got number 1 was the Ellie and Mac Duchess coat, and I realised that I didn't touch that, not even to make a muslin. Simplicity 2289 poncho. Yeah, I haven't done that either, but then it's summer at the moment. I did copy some black trousers. They were the navy blue ones that I made with the sort of suede ones last year. What else? Oh, a long Upton. Yeah, I've got my old wedding dress would make an excellent long Upton. I could make it over, but one of the reasons I haven't made that, I think it's a great idea, but I haven't got anywhere to wear it anyway, so I never go out to that kind of occasion. I guess when I get an occasion, I'll make it. There's the Envergardo Vest, which is a garment I think I'd really like for the winter. The Huxley bag, and Simplicity 1696 trousers or duets. So I bought the duet pattern and I've got the Simplicity pattern. Haven't made either of them, but as I say, I'm in summer at the moment, so I probably won't. And actually I've got quite a few pairs of trousers. The other one was, the 2 I have made there is the Charlie Kaftan and some chair covers, and made some armholes for the arm tops for the beige sofas and for the chairs outside. So yeah, looking at that Make 9, I thought, well, what is the value of doing this? But actually what I noticed is that my Make 9 are really things that are, a lot of them are actually a little bit out of my comfort zone. Like the Ellie and Mac Duchess coat would definitely be out of my comfort zone. It's going to stretch me a bit. The Envergardo Vest, I'm not even sure I even know some of the skills, and the Huxley bag the same. So I think, yeah, I will do them, but I'm not going to hurry about it. So I think that we'll call that Make 9. Instead of Make 9 2020, I'll make a new Make 9. But it's going to be Make 9 anytime. Make 9 anytime. I'm not going to put any date on it. I'm just going to make a list of 9 things that I would like to sort of maybe stretch myself to do at some point. So yeah, so other than that, I don't really want to make sewing plans because I'd rather just pick things up as the whim hits me. Maybe if I manage to end up working part-time, I have asked, and my boss is considering it, I might have more time to do more sewing and perhaps get into it a bit more. But really, that's it for now. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well over there. How are you getting on with your plans? Do you like to plan, or do you prefer to just sew when the whim hits you? I know everybody else seems to be so beautifully organised, and they've got their fabric and everything, and they know what they're going to do for each month. But there's a part of me that just really resists organising myself that way when I'm not at work. How do you feel about that? So yeah, maybe it's your personality type. I think some people just thrive. They love their plans and they live and breathe them. But I like to muse and have ideas, and I like to look at patterns, and I like to look at my fabric, but I don't necessarily want to say I'm going to make this and I'm going to make this and I'm going to make this, because it makes me feel really boxed in. All right, so that's all from me today. See you next week, and yeah, have a good week. Hope it's okay over there. I hear it's very, very cold over in Europe at the moment. My daughter's been sending me pictures from London with snow and so forth. So I actually quite like the snow. I like it when it's properly cold over there. Yeah, and that you're going to be safe and COVID-free. Long may it continue when we get there. Okay, see you soon then. Bye.